Good morning, ScrappyShak fans. Thank you for joining us in the beautiful North Georgia mountains for our new product live and demonstrations. So excited to be with you today. Am I in the shot okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yay, yay. So sorry you couldn't see me last week, but that was okay with me. It wasn't that big of a deal. But we got our technical problems worked out, it looks like. And so we are ready to show you some really, really fun stuff. But before we do that, of course, I have some notes to talk to you guys about. This is really exciting. We're super, super excited. Back in May, I think it was it May that we did the Weekender?
Yeah.
Yeah. So back in May, we did a mini retreat right here in the store with Spellbinders, and it was a virtual retreat with them. So Spellbinders did everything, and we just kind of watched it on the screen live. We had so much fun. If you were at the Spellbinders Weekender, say something in the chat because we just had a blast. We had a pajama party. We had Jennifer actually came dressed as Mrs. Roper.
Oh.
We had a blanket fort. We had a big pillow area.
Mimosas.
Oh yes, we had
mimosas.
Well, we had mocktail mimosas and the real mimosas as well, as I remember for some certain people. So we had we just had a blast. We did mocktails, I think, the day before with pina coladas and margaritas and strawberry daiquiris, and oh my gosh, we had such a great time. So because of that and because it went so well, guess what? We're going to do another mini retreat right here in the store. It's not going to be virtual, although there may be a virtual component or two, but don't want to give that away yet. So, and by the way, it's going to be Christmas themed. So the theme is going to be getting ready for Christmas. And we are going to schedule that for, I want you to put a save the date on your calendars for November 16th and 17th. Is that right? Yikes, I don't have the calendar in front of me. Will you look at it really quick? It's a Saturday and Sunday. I think it's November 16th and 17th. Remember that Thanksgiving is a little later this year. It's the 28th. Yeah, so Thanksgiving is the 28th. So this is a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving. The 16th and 17th, Saturday and Sunday, right here in the store. If you're local, it's going to be really easy for you guys to come out and pop in. It's going to be like 9 to 5-ish or 8:30 to 5-ish, something like that.
If not, make a weekend of it.
Yeah, right. And if you're not local, that's exactly what I was going to say. Make a weekend of it. Exactly. So if you're not local and you're coming into town, if you need somewhere to stay, let us know. We have some ideas about that. There's also some local hotels and some local cabins. So we may, if we have enough people that are interested in staying in a cabin, maybe we'll rent a cabin and then split the cost between everybody that wants to stay. So we'd be happy to put those arrangements together. So just let us know if that's what you want to do, but we probably need to get that reserved right away. So the save the date is November 16th and 17th. It's going to be very reasonably priced. So I don't have an exact price yet, but I'm going to tell you it's going to be well under $200 for the weekend. And that's going to include all of your supplies and everything you need. Of course, we'll ask you to bring, glue and paper cutter and stuff like that. But yeah, we won't be anything major, but you know how we are with our retreats. We're going to supply you everything that you need. We're excited. We are excited to also announce that Diane, is going to try to be here in person, but if not, she's going to be doing a virtual class for you as well. So Diane, yay, Red, we're excited that you're going to be doing something with us as well. So super, super excited about it. Don't want to give it all away yet. We don't have it all planned, but we're going to try and get it planned this week so that you know a little bit more about it. At least get the price out there and get it out there for you to be able to register. So let us know if you're interested in coming into the area or maybe renting a cabin with a bunch of other people, and we'll see what we can put together for you. But we're super, super excited. Again, it's going to be all education based like our retreats always are. So it's going to be classes the whole time. Because those of you who were here for the Weekender, you had a tremendous amount of homework that you had to do before the retreat. We're not going to make you do that. So none of that's going to be necessary this time. And most of the classes are going to be live. So we'll be able to make sure that everybody can keep up. It's going to be extremely limited as to the number of people that we can take. So make sure that you're putting your save the date on your calendar and that you're looking for it when it comes out. If you already know for sure that you want a spot, let us know that too, and we will do a pre-reservation for you before we actually get all the information. So all that, I'm super excited about that. We also have a bunch of classes coming up as well. Do you have the calendar in front of you?
I do actually. Would you like me to share my screen and I can show you?
Oh, yeah, that's great. So if you go out to the events part of the website, so go out to ScrappyShak.com and click on events. I think that Emma is going to actually
see my screen.
Okay.
Ideally, let me just double check and make sure that you all can see it. Okay, so we're on the events page of our website, and we've got all of our upcoming events that we have on the calendar. We also have some that are getting ready to put up there as well. But we actually have a play day today. It's not necessarily a class, but it's a great opportunity for you to come in and play with some of the new products that we've gotten and have them in your hands and have a feel for them. A little kind of try before you buy.
Yeah, and Tim is going to be live.
Right.
Tim is going to be live at noon, so we're going to be playing him live.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no cost for this today, right? It's free. So come on in and play with us all day. We're going to have a bunch of Tim products out there. As a matter of fact, talking about Tim products before you move on, talking about Tim products, today's coupon code is Funky, Funky, Funky 15. And get this, guys, all Tim Holtz dies, all of them are 15% off. Yep.
What?
Today and tomorrow only, all Tim dies are 15% off. So come on in.
With that code.
With that code, Funky15. So come on in, play with the new Tim stuff if you're local. If not, stay at home and play with the Tim stuff and watch Tim live. But Funky15, all Tim Holtz dies are Funky15.
Yes.
Only for you if you're watching this, only for you today and tomorrow only. Okay, go ahead with the rest of the classes.
Okay, so after our play day today, our next class will be on September 15th. That's a Sunday afternoon, and it'll be a paint pouring class. Our sweet Vicky is leaving us, and she does these classes. They're amazing, incredible. So if you haven't taken one of her paint pouring classes, or even if you have, she teaches new techniques every time. Come down, and it'll be so much fun. Then we're going to be doing a technique class, and we'll be showing you a billion different ways to use your stencils and a bunch of handy tools. And that one comes with some pouncers.
It does. You get your own set of 3 of the neutral pouncers. So if you haven't used the pouncers yet, and you're local and you want to come check them out, this stenciling class is only $25.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. It's only $25, and it includes a set of 3 pouncers, which in itself is a $12.99 value. So you probably want to come out for that. Before we move on, let me talk a little bit about what our plan is for classes going forward. So we've been talking a lot. This was actually the Glitter Goblins idea, and we just kind of expanded on it. But every single month, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do specific categories of classes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to definitely always do a fine art type class, like we're doing paint pouring in September. We also have a class with Mac Anderson, which we haven't gotten to yet, but we have a class with Mac Anderson that's going to be teaching painting. So that's kind of along the fine art side.
Right.
We're going to do a technique class every single month. So we're going to teach you techniques on how to do something. So again, they're going to be very affordable, under $25, $25 or under. This month's is going to be stenciling. We have one coming up in October.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing Emboss Like a Boss in October for technique class. So we're going to do a technique class every single month. We're also going to do a build your stash class every month. So I know last month we did Super Sentiment Sunday, where you came in and you could just use our stamps and our dies and kind of build up a stash of sentiments. And so this month, if you'll scroll down a little bit, this month our build your stash class is going to be floral. So you can come in and use all of our our floral dyes. We're going to help you learn how to sculpt some florals, some three-dimensional ones, some flat ones. So you're going to kind of build up your supply of florals. So every month we're going to do fine art. We're going to do a technique class. We're going to do a build your stash class. And then we're also going to do a mixed media class every single month. So there's the painting class with Mac Anderson. I don't know if you can see it, but you see the picture there of the Highland cow? That's what you're going to be painting with Mac Anderson.
I'm going to click into it so you can see it big.
And he is an amazing teacher. Even if you've never painted before, trust me, you're going to walk away with a painting that you love because he's amazing.
Absolutely. Melanie and I actually took his class this past month.
We did.
Some flowers, and oh my gosh.
Yes.
It was so much fun. He's an incredible teacher.
He is. You should see Emma's. Oh my gosh. Emma's painting just absolutely took over.
And I didn't like it. I went home and redid like most of it.
Don't tell me that. Yours was perfect. Oh my gosh.
I like it more now. I like it more.
Okay, good. So this is the Highland cow that you're going to be doing with Mac Anderson class. Okay. So moving on from there is the Build Your Stash Florals class is on there, and then our mixed media class, and we have kind of a picture of it, but the mixed media class, you're going to be building a little storage cabinet that will hold your embossing powders or luscious powders or something like that. And so you're going to be building that in that mixed media. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to try and do a fine arts class, a build your stash, a technique, and a mixed media. And then we'll likely also be throwing in card classes and those kinds of things as well. So just to kind of give you an idea. So let us know what you think about that idea, that you know that every single month we're going to have this kind of a class or that kind of a class. We were trying to make it like the third Saturday of every month we're going to do a technique class, but we can't always work it out just based on staff scheduling and when new releases are coming out and stuff like that. So we're going to try to keep it kind of consistent, but just know that we're going to definitely have one of each of those classes every single month. Okay.
Let us know what classes you're most excited about, because if everybody wants more of the Build Your Stash classes, let us know. We'll try and fit some more into the schedule. We'd love your feedback. Yeah,
for sure. Definitely. Okay, so let's see what is on here. Oh, our Labor Day sale is still going on. What is that through tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
So the Labor Day sale is still going on, 40% off hundreds of products. Hundreds of products.
And
so
on our homepage, let me show you real quick. Let me share my screen again. If we go to, I lost the page.
She'll get it back. So while she's doing that, I'll talk a little bit more about a couple of other things. So Labor Day sale, 40% off. We'll get to that. We are also working. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just going to show you that this little menu here on the sale tab, if you click on sale, everything in that 40% off sale for Labor Day is in this category. So have a little scroll through there. There are hundreds of products.
Yep. We're trying to make room for all the new stuff that's about to come out. All right. So also very, very excited. We are working on our new subscription box for fall and Halloween. Okay, so real quick about our subscription box. I don't know if you guys remember from last week, but let me grab it. Smashed. So this is our subscription box. Can I see that in the screen?
Yes, you hold it up a little bit more. Yeah,
there you go. So this is our new subscription box. We do have, let me see, what do we have? We have 9 more available for the Alice in Wonderland. So if you want to get involved in the subscription box, make sure that you go ahead and register now. And if you register during the month of September, you will actually get September's box, which is the Alice in Wonderland that we showed you last week. We are also working on fall and Halloween. So just to let you know, on the fall and Halloween one, you're going to need to send us a message about whether you want fall or Halloween. If you've already given us that information, because you were at the retreat and you've already given us that information, you don't have to give it to us again. But if you subscribed and you haven't told us for the one coming in October if you want fall or Halloween. We've only got 3 more fall and 5 more Halloween available. So make sure that if you want to get involved in this subscription, we think it's going to sell out really quick, guys. So go ahead and get involved in the subscription. We've only got a total of 25, and I think we're at 17 subscriptions right now. So get involved right now. We're excited about that. We had some talks this week, some meetings with some of our manufacturers and vendors about sponsoring boxes. So the first box was really sponsored by Indigo Blue. We've talked with Sizzix, we've talked with Spellbinders. Actually, Spellbinders is sponsoring one of the boxes next month. We've talked with Sizzix and Spellbinders and some other vendors and manufacturers about sponsoring boxes. So we're excited about that and excited about what's coming in the future for our subscription boxes.
Just real quick, Suzanne asked when the September box is going out. So we had to restock. We sold more than we thought we would.
Yep.
We are waiting for the Indigo Blue shipment, and it should be here Friday.
It'll be here Friday. So yeah, so if you're still waiting on your September box, some of you got it, some of you didn't. And so we're sorry. We were overwhelmed by the response of how many of you wanted the subscription. So we're working on it. And so the Indigo Blue box should be here on Friday. It's coming from the UK. So typically if we ran out of something, it wouldn't take that long, but because it's coming from across the pond, it's taking a little longer. So it should be getting shipped out this next weekend.
Yes.
All right, and then the only other thing before we go into the new products, the only other thing I want to talk about is our loyalty program. So our loyalty program is back. We're excited. We went most of this year without having our loyalty program. The company that we were using before, we had so many problems with it that we just ended it, and we've been working through different vendors to come up with the new loyalty program, and we think that we really, really love this new one that we've come up with. So it is live on the website. If you have placed purchases, I think from August 31st on, you have received points, but in order to get them, you need to make sure that you are a site member of ScrappyShak. So on the website, if you go on the website, you will see across the menu top, you want to pop that on. There's an area that says subscriptions.
Yes.
If you are logged into your account, when you go to subscriptions, it's actually going to tell me about
rewards. ScrappyShak Rewards, the loyalty program.
ScrappyShak Rewards, okay.
And it's the far right tab. So when you are on this page, if you are not a member, it'll have a little button here saying become a member, and that's how you will sign up for our subscription email list, and you will start earning your points. If you are already a member, this will say view points, I believe, and it'll take you into your rewards.
Okay.
And you can see how many points you've earned.
So how it works is you get 1 scrappy buck for every $1 that you spend. And once you've spent $200, you're going to get a $10 reward certificate to use. And it can be used on sale items, on clearance items, on anything. So you'll get a $10 reward certificate that you can use once you hit $200. So, or 200 scrappy bucks, I guess we're calling them. So that's how that works. We're super excited to bring it back. These, it will work for online sales as well as in-store sales. Classes and events do not qualify for the Scrappy Bucks. And so we have a little bit of a glitch in our system right now that if you buy the class in the store, it's assigning points to you, but we are having to manually adjust those. So classes and events do not count. It's just product sales that count for the Scrappy Bucks. And then we may occasionally say, if you're a member and you do this or you do that or something special happens, we might just add points to your bucket at any point in time. So we may decide to make decisions in the future if there's some kind of a special event coming up that if you wanted to participate in something like that, that will give you a Scrappy Buck. So more to come on that, but it is live. If you've made a purchase since August 31st, even if you weren't signed up as a member, if you go sign up as a member, those points will get awarded to you. So thank you to, I don't know if she's on, but thank you to my friend Janet for bringing to our attention that there wasn't really a place on the website to sign up if you weren't already a member. So Janet, if you're watching, by the way, everybody, Janet, I have to just tell you the story. Janet and I were attached at the hip in middle school. We were absolute besties. She was my very, very best friend ever in middle school and the beginning of high school. And she has just moved just a couple of hours away, and I can't wait to see her. I don't think, Janet, I don't know if you're watching, but I don't think I've seen you. Has it been since high school? I think it has.
Wow.
Right? And like, we're old. So as a matter of fact, our 40th class reunion is coming up in like a week or two. Neither Janet or I can go. But that's how old we are. And I haven't seen her since high school. So she's only a couple hours away. Can't wait to see her. Thank you, Janet, for pointing that out. And love you as always. Okay, so let's get on to the new products. Here we go. Oh, are we ready?
We're ready.
All right. Guess what, guys? Finally, the new Stampers Anonymous stamps are here. If you ordered them, they shipped yesterday.
I cannot believe it.
I know, finally. So I had a long conversation with Stampers Anonymous yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, and I said, what in the world was the holdup? Well, because the everyday stamps got delayed by a couple of months, there was a problem sourcing the rubber. So because the everyday stamps got delayed, they had back-to-back collections, and they're making like 300,000 of each of these stamps in the collections. Wow. And they actually make them right there in Ohio. And so they just got really backed up. They're apologizing like crazy, but we finally got them, so we're super excited. So I'm going to show you those stamps live today. So this one is CMS 491. This is called Halloween Whatnots. You've probably already seen them if you watched the Tim Live, but these are actually here, and we had to show them to you because we're excited. So a little hocus pocus. I love candy. I bet that was from Tim. He loves candy corn. It has to be Brock's candy corn, though. He says it has to be Brock's. Spooky October, Happy Halloween, Boo to You, Pick Your Poison, Trick or Treat, and Something Wicked. So this one is fun. I love it. I love the Stampers Anonymous red rubber stamps. The quality is amazing. The impressions are amazing. And so that one is CMS 491. We do not have prices on these. So
I believe those are $24.99.
There's some 24 and some 26, I think, and some 29. So CMS 491 is, we'll get some prices for you in just a minute. We gotta get better about making sure I have prices when we get
491 is $24.95.
All right, 491 is $24.95. And then you get your
$24.95.
Okay.
Then the only ones that are $29.95 are Curator and Boo Crazy.
Okay, got it. Okay, so this one is called Spooky Spirits. I love this one. Look at these fun little ghosts. You can make these spooky, or you can make them cute. So if you're like a cutesy Halloween person or a spooky Halloween person, you can do either. We have Foolish Mortals. I love that. Foolish Mortals. Boo and Stuff, Happy Halloween. Hey Boo. Trick or Treat, Ghost Hug, I Feel Wicked. And then how about Wait, You See Me? Feeling Spirited, Boo to You, Spooky Season, and Boo Sheet. Boo Sheet. CMS 492. Remember, Funky 15, you get 15% off these stamps as well. All right, so Curator, you said was $29?
Yes.
All right. This one is $29.95. This has probably been the most popular one for individual stamp sales on this one. So CMS 493, look at these stuff. Here's what's cool about these stamps. Let me give you a little hint here. What's cool about these stamps is you could, if you wanted, use this whole thing as one big background stamp, or you could use them individually as individual little stamps. So much fun.
As one big background stamp, you could just cut them out with your snips and put them on little bottles.
Yeah, sure.
Bottle labels.
Sure, absolutely. So you could do it as one whole, as one. Let me show you what I mean. I know I'm not supposed to be demoing it right now.
We're just going with the flow.
That's right. That's right. So because stampers, I love the quality of their stamps. Oh, I just like the feel, the rubber stamps. Am I weird? I know.
A little bit. You like the feeling.
I do. I remember the paper.
Yeah, I won't forget that. It's been weird.
She thinks I'm weird because I like to feel paper, but how many of you like to feel paper? Okay, I'm not, at least I'm not like Judy Tutti Frutti, and I don't like to smell
Yeah,
paper.
that's a little weird.
Yeah, so Judy likes the smell of graphic 45 paper, so it's weird in a fun way.
Calling out.
Yeah. All right, so anyway, if you wanted to use this as a background stamp, you just leave it right here on this plastic piece. You ink it up. As a matter of fact, remember that big ink pad I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago, that big Amish ink pad? So big, giant ink pad, stamp it on here just like that, and then bam, right? Just like this.
If it's an out of stock, Suzanne is saying that she thinks it was.
493, CMS 493. Can you check for
I
us?
think it is.
I don't think any of the stamps are on
Yeah,
stock.
I don't think so.
Anyway, so you can do this the whole piece, or see this, you can take them off individually and use each one individually.
Love that.
Yeah. So, or you can even do parts of it. Now this bottom one, by the way, guys, this bottom one, see these are little circles on the inside. So you see that? So you can take off the little circles like that, right?
Look at that.
Just like that.
We have 7 available.
Yeah, there are 7 available of CMS 493. Okay, so I'm not going to put that back in the bag right now. I'll just put it off to the side because I'm really bad at putting things back in bags. Okay, I have to tell you, this one here is my absolute favorite. I know Curator was the most popular one, but this one here was my absolute favorite. I like to color things, so I like colored pencils, and I like alcohol ink, and I like to color things. So these are these amazing scenes that you can color. I mean, look at these. I love them.
I'm an illustrator, and seeing those just like give me so much inspiration, and
I just love them. They're just beautiful. And then our sentiments are something wicked, lost in the darkness, the dead of night, and an unfortunate ending. So fun. I love those. Okay, and then Boo Crazy. Boo Crazy is so much fun. So Boo Crazy initially was supposed to be coming with its own grid block, and they Tim made a decision at the last minute not to have it come with its own grid block, but I'm going to show you it did come with something special. So we've got Ho Ho Ho, Hey Boo, Wicked, I Love Boo. Look at this giant spider web. Is that not incredible? Like, I love it. The little ghost guy here, Ghost Hug, Happy Boo Day, Red, White, and Blue, You Boo You. Tim, I love Tim. You Boo You and Trick or Treat. And then, look at this. It came with an extra little ghost. Look at him. Is he not the cutest?
He is so cute.
I know, I love it. I love it. So this one is $29.95, CMS $4.95. So that's all the stamps. And so let me just kind of lay those out for you so you can see all of the stamps. There we go. All right, and then we have the stencils. And so this first one here, let me get the number for you. THS 186. These are $6.99, I think, right?
Yes.
All right, stencils are $6.99. This one's called Jax. And so it's really cool because you've got kind of the outline of the pumpkin, and then you also have a jack-o'-lantern that you can do. You can use them individually. You can use them all together as one big stencil. However, depending on what you want to do, if you want to do a background stamp, or if you just want to do the individual little pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns. So if you're not a Halloween person, and I know we have some people who are not Halloween, this is a great one too for fall because you can use the pumpkins. You don't necessarily have to use the jack-o'-lanterns if you don't want to. So that one's called Jax. Remember, you get 15% off with Funky 15. All right, this guy here is called Bones. He's also $6.99. Look at him. He's just fun. THS 185, Bones. He's just fun. I don't even know. I haven't used him for anything, but I've got some ideas going through my head right now. You could even use just parts of it, right? You don't have to use the whole thing, but you could even use just parts of it. And I'm kind of feeling like if you think about using some really lightly colored ink or even colored pencils or Tim's watercolor pencils, and just do it like little pieces of the bones kind of in different areas and a background of something, just to give it a little bit of a spooky, bony look. I think that would be fun. So that's bones. And then this one has been, without question, the most popular. We only have 2 of these left, unless they sold overnight. I didn't see them. But we only have 2 of these left. This one is called Batty. And so this one has all these bats. Again, you can use the whole thing. So you've got these bats flying away somewhere, or you could just use parts of bats. And this one is THS 184. It's called Batty. I believe there are only 2 of these left.
That sounds great.
$6.99. And then, of course, as always, Tim has the mini stencils for those of you who are card makers or want the smaller patterns. It's the exact 3 that I just showed you in a much smaller set. So these are the mini stencils. This is $12.99. And this one is THMST061, and you get all 3 of the stencils in a multi-pack, but they're very, very much smaller than the large ones. All right. That's it for the Tim Stampers Halloween collection. And again, if you ordered it, it went out yesterday, and you should be having it in your mail very, very soon. Okay. Then today is Tim's Live. Where's the other? There's only 4 here. Where's the other one? Do we know where the other
I think
one
I
is?
stole it. It's here.
Oh, did you steal it from me?
I will give you the packaging. But
Thank you. I that's all I need is the packaging. Thank you. Okay.
I stole it.
All right. So today's live is going to be Tim showing you all of his new Christmas dies. They did go up for sale on Monday, I believe. So I'm going to show these to you. This one here is 666715. This is the funky wreath. What do they call this one? Vault Festive Wreath. So this is the festive wreath, and Emma is going to come up and just show you some ideas with that in just a minute, but I'll show you the rest of them. Remember, all of Tim's Vault dies this year are $20.99 each, and we are giving you 15% off all Tim dies today. So 666715, this is the festive wreath. Then we have 666716. This one is called Vault Holiday Classic. Now, these are Wish, Peace, and Noel. I have all of the original dies with these in the bigger size, but these are a little bit smaller size. But it also has these great poinsettias and this great foliage here, the acorn, just some really, really beautiful pieces. There are 12 dies in here. 666716, and they are $29. All right, this one is probably one of my very favorites of his Vault series. Look at this, 666717. Look at the little snowman. I remember when that little snowman came out as the full-size guy, we couldn't get enough. I think I had to reorder like 3 or 4 times when that guy came out. And then the beautiful snowflake, but look at these ice skates. These, I wait until you see the makes today in the live with these ice skates. I've already seen some previews of them with you using these ice skates. Oh my goodness. They are just amazing. Wait till you see the makes. This one, 666717. This one's nice. You know, if you're not a big Christmassy person, but you're kind of a wintry person, this one is perfect for that. I just love this. And it works for Christmas too, of course, but 666717, they're all $20.99, and then you get your 15% off. All right, this one is fantastic. The way he grouped these dies together in this vault this time was amazing. 666718, this is called Vault Christmas Magic. I don't know how many of you remember the Santa and the Sleigh and the Moon that came out a couple of years ago. Santa and the Moon were a Simon Says exclusive. as I remember, something like that. And so now he's got in here, it's a different size. So if you do have the Santa and the Sleigh and the Moon, already from the one from Simon Says, this is a different size.
Right.
So you can always, depending on what you're using it for, you can make it look further away if it's smaller, you can make it look bigger if it's, make it look closer if it's bigger. But he also paired it with the cityscape and these houses and lampposts. Like, amazing.
The mix that I've seen of that one in particular, that's my favorite, I think.
Is it?
Oh, I'm in love with that cityscape because it doesn't have to be winter.
That's
But
true.
the way that he has it in this, I just love it. I don't know.
Well, and then of course it has the little Christmas truck with the trees, but she's right, guys. The moon can be used any time of year. The cityscape, the lamppost, you might not want to use the wreath, right? For if it's not Christmas time. The cars and the truck, just don't put the Christmas trees in them and they can be used all year.
Absolutely.
So I really love that. You're right. This one is super flexible. It can be used for all different kinds of things. Okay. And then the last one is this one. It's 666719. It's called Vault Seasonal Sketch. And it has now, I don't know if you can see this. I'll try and get it close to the camera. Tell me if I'm hitting the camera. So you see this poinsettia right here? What he's done here in the picture is he's cut this outside part of it out in gold and then the bottom part here in red. And then if you offset it a little bit, and he did the same thing here for this Holly Week, and he offset it a little bit, and it just gives it such dimension and such texture. It's beautiful. And then it got paired with this alphabet and number set here. So there's 43 dies in here, guys. Vault Seasonal Sketch 666719. And then you get your 15% off.
Amazing.
All right, so Emma, are you ready to show them what you have to show them? All right, I'm going to turn this over to Princess Emma, which, by the way, guys, yesterday was her birthday. So
Melanie took me out to dinner. It was so yum.
Well, we took her out to dinner. We had a surprise party for her and you turned lady, Sandy's birthday also. So we had a surprise party for them and we cooked lunch and Glitter Goblin made a cake and we had a great time. And then I did take Emma out for dinner last night. My husband and I took her out for dinner last night. We had a great dinner, live music. It was lots of fun. So I'm going to turn this over to Emma and let her show you some stuff and I'll see you back in a couple minutes.
Okay, so today I am going to focus on this festive wreath and all the things you can do with it because oh my gosh. And this is just like a little preview. But this morning I have been, as I've been reading all your chat comments and all, I've been coloring my elements here and starting to put some bits and pieces together. So I started assembling I got a few little pine cones and I went ahead and put some little pop dots on the back of there. And for these, see, I'm a minimal work kind of person. So a lot of these I just cut out once instead of layering them like you can. And then I just color them with some Olo markers and some white gel pens. But that's just personal preference. But the main thing I want to show you today is the different wreaths. So I've heard a few comments about the recurring wreaths and, well, I just got the last wreath, why do I need this one? But when you layer them, let me tell you, it is a whole different ballgame. Let me grab the fall wreath in it. What is it? The foliage. What is this one called? It is Vault Foliage Wreath. And so its wreath is a different shape. And when you stack them, you get this beautiful, fluffy, full wreath. And so that's the cover of it. It's in its packaging. It's a little harder to see. And then this one is the festive wreath. And so you can see that they're very different shapes. And while, yes, you could use them on their own and you could stack them on top of each other to make it a little full, I'm going to show you what it looks like if you combine them. So here I have the festive wreath cut out in a little brown and a little green to give it some dimension. So if you just wanted to stack those on top of each other, offset them a little bit. I mean, that's gorgeous right there. You can add all your little bits and pieces that come in here.
You know what, Emma, it may be easier if you show it to them on white cardstock.
You think?
Yeah, because that brown is really blurry.
Oh, I think you're right.
So let me grab a piece of white.
Thank you. but I will show you on this green. So this is the foliage wreath, the autumn one. And you can just see the different shapes there. And when you stack them, oh my goodness, how full and pretty that is. She's gonna grab me some white cardstock, but just have a look at how full that is. And so, and these pieces are actually really easy to put together. I cut out this candle, I think twice. I did one background color, and then I put all the elements together, and I used markers to just color in the flames and add some dimension. And the same thing here, I'm a lazy crafter. I cut it out once and I colored the background with a darker marker. Okay, here's some white cardstock so you can see a little better. Okay, so here is that festive wreath cut out in the brown and the green. And then this is the foliage wreath. Can you see okay?
You're good.
Okay. Okay, so if you take and just stack the festive and foliage, I keep in my brain, they're all mixed up. Two similar words. And you can see how full and pretty that is, just like that. But if you take this one from the autumn foliage wreath and stack it on top of that, I'm obsessed.
Oh, wow.
Do you see how full that is? And just that different shape underneath it. Yeah. You could stack it on top of itself and it still looks great. But together, I think that they're just so harmonious.
They are.
And so then you can just take all your little elements and put them together.
Oh, look at those little candles.
Don't you love those? Don't you love them?
I do. They're amazing.
Put those together. And this little poinsettia was super easy. I used some Nuvo drops on top of that because I'm a lazy crafter. I don't want to cut it out 4 times. I'm going to cut it out once in red, and I'm going to color the centers of it to kind of give it some dimension. And I'm just going to put them where I like. Same with these. I cut it out once and just added a little bit of a darker green to the stem. I added some green. It turned out more brown with these berries. And I'm just going to place them all around. These little pine cones are so cute too. I don't know how you can see that, but oh my gosh.
They are cute. Yep.
They're adorable. They're adorbs. They're adorbs.
And you know, guys, we talked about this a lot of times as well, about all of these little pieces here. And sometimes, you know, when you open a die, you don't have to go, all right, so I need green paper and red paper and brown paper and white paper. I have to cut out all these different dies. What you do is, you know, you're sitting on the couch watching TV one evening, grab your die cutting machine, put it on a table in front of you, and just start cutting out elements.
Right.
And then this is what we're doing in our Build Your Stash classes too. Just be cutting out different elements and putting them in little containers. And then when you're ready to put a card together, you have all these elements already waiting for you that you can just put together. So you know what? Cut out a whole bunch of different things. Grab a piece of red cardstock, and then look in all of your different dies and cut out a bunch of stuff in red, and then cut out a bunch of stuff in brown. Absolutely. And then you just have these little elements waiting for you.
Right. Absolutely. You take in and you have a library of little pieces that you can use for any craft. And I do love these little sets because all of these little tiny pieces, let me show you what comes in this set. So many little pieces. So there's your candle. And that cuts out the base of it, cuts out the drippy bits of it. And the drippy candles last year, those were a huge seller. We sold out of those a few times. And so now these are just a little mini version of them, and they're so cute. So you get your little pine needles.
I love it. So cute.
You've got your little berries and some more foliage. You've got your pine cone. I love that pine cone. It's so cute.
Well, that's beautiful. I mean, I'm just looking at that, how you put that thing together. And can you lift it up and bring that reach a little bit closer to the camera? Because sometimes I think those darker colors get lost, even in white cardstock.
They sure can.
So if we can just like lift that whole thing up and bring it up closer to the camera. I mean, what a stunning card this can make. You know,
and effortlessly.
Look at that, guys.
You just take and cut out all your elements and just throw them together. You can use bits from the other pieces, even some of the other sets. You know, this one has more poinsettias and foliage in there as well that you could add, or the little bell.
Beautiful.
All of these little pieces are just gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And that's your Christmas card right there. I mean, I've been sitting and kind of playing it with it in the background for the past half hour, but it really is so simple and beautiful and stunning, and how three-dimensional it is.
That is gorgeous.
Thank
love
you.
it. I love it.
So yeah, keep your eye out this afternoon because there's going to be so many more makes today with his live that he's going to show you. So, and I'm sure mine is nothing compared to these amazing, incredible design team that he has. But just like
You have had the dice for months.
this is true. This is true.
And have thrown away all their bags in.
That's right. And this took me half an hour, so be prepared. They will be amazing.
They will. But Emma, yours is amazing too. I mean, honestly, she cut these out this morning, right? And then just while we were talking, she glued all these pieces together. It didn't take her any time at all. She took a little white gel pen on these little berries here. I mean, look at what she's done with this candle. She's amazing. Believe me, she is an artist and she is amazing and we love her. Even if she wasn't an artist, we love her anyway, but she's such an artist and she is really, when she came here, you've been here, what, almost 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
When she came here 2 years ago, she had very little crafting experience, lots of art experience, but very little crafting. And she has just become a little crafter. It's amazing.
You made a goblin of me.
So Emma Goblin. All right.
It's like the cooties around here, the goblinness.
Yes, the goblinness. Okay, sure.
Hi, it's a camera.
All right. So thank you guys again for joining us. I hope you enjoyed today's new product demo. Again, let us know, what it is that you want to see and we'll show it to you.
Absolutely.
Tons of new products coming out in the month of September. So get ready. We're going to be showing you lots and lots of new things. We're going to have amazing sales like we always do. Just real quick to remind you, on the save the date for the mini retreat, make sure you save the date November 16th and 17th. If you want to get in and do a quick early reservation, let us know in the chat or shoot us an email, give us a call. Let us know that you want to do that. Also, just a few subscription boxes left. So if you want to get involved in that subscription, make sure that you do that. And then remind you, if you're not already a site member, to sign up as a site member so you can use your reward points. This is the time of year, guys, right? We're all spending lots of money because this is making season. So make it work for you, right? Make it work for you and use those scrappy bucks to help you make a little bit of extra money. Real quick, just to let you guys know, I will not be here next week. I am my husband and I take an annual trip to North Dakota. And yes, I'm very excited about it because he has like 7 siblings and then they're all married. And so it's so much fun to hear. We hear the same stories year after year, but it's so much fun to hear my husband and his 5 brothers and his 1 sister talk about all the crazy stuff that used to happen. My husband was the oldest, so he picked on them a lot. And so we get to hear all these fun stories about the way that he picked on them and other things that happened. So I'm excited about it, but I won't be here next week, but you will be in great hands with Princess Emma and the Glitter Goblin. And I'm sure they're going to bring lots and lots of fun stuff to you. May decide to pop on that morning and maybe let them switch the camera over to me so I could say hello to everybody. So we'll see what's going on. It's a big
fascinated enough for all of your intros.
Yeah, it's a big family reunion. We might have a lot going on. We're an hour behind there. So, but maybe we'll pop in. Well, this is true. This is true.
Same dedication from our boss.
Yes, well, thank you, because the boss isn't allowed to take a vacation. I know, I get it. Yeah, so I will probably pop on and say hello to all of you. But again, thank you from the bottoms of our heart here at ScrappyShak.